Prince Harry's ongoing legal battle concerning his security arrangements in the UK has sparked intense public debate, focusing on the use of taxpayer funds to finance his protection. The controversy centers on Harry's claim that he and his family are unsafe in the UK without the provision of Metropolitan Police protection, a service he argues is essential for their well-being. However, this claim has been met with significant criticism, primarily focusing on the financial implications and the perceived unfairness of using taxpayer money to fund the security of a non-working member of the royal family. The core of the argument revolves around the principle of public accountability and the equitable distribution of taxpayer funds. Critics argue that providing Harry with taxpayer-funded security while he resides in California, a significant distance from the UK, is an unacceptable use of public resources. They contend that Harry's decision to step back from royal duties and relocate to the United States necessitates a reassessment of his security needs and the responsibility for meeting those needs. The argument is not simply about the cost of security, but also about the perception of fairness and the prioritization of public spending. The financial implications of providing Harry with security are substantial. The cost of deploying Metropolitan Police officers, including their salaries, training, and equipment, is considerable. Critics highlight that these funds could be allocated to other essential public services, such as healthcare, education, or infrastructure projects. The allocation of taxpayer money to a non-working royal, particularly one who has chosen to live outside the UK, is seen as a misallocation of resources and a betrayal of public trust. The debate extends beyond the immediate financial cost to encompass the broader question of how taxpayer money should be used to support members of the royal family, particularly those who are no longer actively involved in royal duties. The arguments in favor of providing Harry with security often center on his safety and the potential risks he faces as a high-profile public figure. Supporters argue that Harry's status as a former senior royal, combined with his outspoken criticisms of the royal family and his high public profile, makes him a potential target for threats and violence. They emphasize the importance of ensuring his safety and the safety of his family, regardless of his current status within the royal family. This argument highlights the potential consequences of failing to provide adequate security, emphasizing the potential for harm and the need to prioritize the protection of individuals at risk. However, critics counter this argument by questioning the necessity and proportionality of taxpayer-funded security for Harry in the United States. They argue that the level of security provided to Harry should be commensurate with the level of risk he faces, and that his relocation to the United States should necessitate a re-evaluation of his security needs and the source of funding for those needs. The argument emphasizes the need for a balanced approach that considers both the safety concerns and the financial implications of providing security. They suggest that Harry, as a wealthy individual, should be responsible for financing his own security arrangements, especially given his decision to step back from royal duties and relocate to a different country. The legal battle surrounding Harry's security arrangements is further complicated by the complex interplay between royal protocol, personal safety, and public accountability. The case raises fundamental questions about the responsibilities of the state in providing security to high-profile individuals and the balance between personal safety and the efficient use of public funds. The legal arguments will likely focus on the extent of Harry's entitlement to security, the level of risk he faces, and the appropriate allocation of resources to meet his security needs. The public debate surrounding Harry's security arrangements reflects a broader conversation about the role and funding of the monarchy in modern Britain. The controversy highlights the tensions between tradition, public expectation, and the evolving relationship between the royal family and the public. The outcome of the legal battle and the ongoing public discussion will likely influence future decisions regarding the security arrangements for non-working members of the royal family and the allocation of taxpayer funds to support royal activities. The case underscores the need for transparency and accountability in the use of public funds and the importance of balancing the needs of individual members of the royal family with the broader interests of the British public.